The volt is the derived unit for electric potential difference, and electromotive force. The volt is named in honor of the Italian physicist Alessandro Volta, who invented the voltaic pile, possibly the first chemical battery. Definition: 1 volt is defined as the difference in electric potential between 2 points of a conducting wire when an electric current of 1 ampere dissipates 1 watt of power between those points. It is also equal to the potential difference between 2 parallel, infinite planes spaced 1 meter apart that create an electric field of 1 newton per coulomb. Additionally, it is the potential difference between 2 points that will impart 1 joule of energy per coulomb of charge that passes through it. It can be expressed in terms of SI base units as. It can also be expressed as amperes times ohms, watts per ampere, or joules per coulomb. Josephson junction definition: the conventional volt, V90, defined 1988 by the 18th General Conference on Weights and Measures and in use from 1990, is calibrated using the Josephson effect for exact voltage to frequency conversion, combined with the cesium frequency standard. For the Josephson constant, Kj equals 2 the conventional value Kj90 is used. This standard is typically realized using an array of several thousand or tens of thousands of junctions, excited by microwave signals between 10 and 80 GHz. Empirically, several experiments have shown that the method is independent of device design, material, measurement setup, etc., and no correction terms are required in a practical implementation. Water flow analogy: in the water flow analogy sometimes used to explain electric circuits by comparing them with water-filled pipes, voltage is likened to difference in water pressure. The relationship between voltage and current is defined by Ohm's law. Common voltages. Nominal voltages of familiar sources: nerve cell resting potential, around a 75 megavolt, single cell, rechargeable NIMH or NICD battery, 1.2 V, single cell, non-rechargeable, alkaline battery, 1.5 V. Zinc carbon battery, 1.56 V if fresh and unused, LiFePO4 rechargeable battery, 3.3 V, lithium polymer rechargeable battery, 3.75 V, transistor logic CMOS power supply, 5 V, USB, 5 V DC, PP3 battery, 9 V, automobile electrical system, nominal 12 V, about 11.8 V discharged, 12.8 V charged, and 13.8 euro 14.4 V while charging. Household mains electricity, 230 VRMS in Europe, Asia and Africa, 120 VRMS in North America, 100 VRMS in Japan, trucks lorries, 24 VDC, 12 VDC, rapid transit third rail, 600 euro 750 V, high-speed train overhead power lines, 25 kV RMS at 50 Hz, but see the list of current systems for electric rail traction and 25 kV at 60 Hz for exceptions. High-voltage electric power transmission lines, 110 kV RMS and up, lightning, varies greatly, often around 100 MV. Note: where RMS is stated above, the peak voltage is times greater than the RMS voltage for a sinusoidal signal centered around zero voltage. History. In 1800, as the result of a professional disagreement over the galvanic response advocated by Luigi Galvani, Alessandro Volta developed the so-called voltaic pile, a forerunner of the battery, which produced a steady electric current. Volta had determined that the most effective pair of dissimilar metals to produce electricity is zinc and silver. In the 1880s, the International Electrical Congress, now the International Electrotechnical Commission, approved the volt as the unit for electromotive force. They made the volt equal to 108 CGS as units of voltage, the CGS system at the time being the customary system of units in science. They chose such a ratio because the CGS unit of voltage is inconveniently small and 1 volt in this definition is approximately the nth of a Daniell cell, the standard source of voltage in the telegraph systems of the day. At that time, the volt was defined as the potential difference, that is, what is nowadays called the voltage across a conductor when a current of 1 ampere dissipates 1 watt of power. The international volt was defined in 1893 as 1/1.434 of the nth of a Clark cell. This definition was abandoned in 1908 in favor of a definition based on the international ohm and international ampere until the entire set of reproducible units was abandoned in 1948. Prior to the development of the Josephson junction voltage standard, the volt was maintained in national laboratories using specially constructed batteries called standard cells. The United States used a design called the Western cell from 1905 to 1972. This SI unit is named after Alessandro Volta. As with every international system of units whose name is derived from the proper name of a person, the first letter of its symbol is uppercase. However, when an SI unit is spelled out in English, it should always begin with a lowercase letter, except in a situation where any word in that position would be capitalized, such as at the beginning of a sentence or in capitalized material such as a title. Note that degree Celsius conforms to this rule because the D is lowercase a euro are based on the International System of Units, section 5.2. See also Notes and references. External links, History of the electrical units.